What's up guys, Pirate Mike here. Thought it might be fun to start showing everyone some of the special order items that we're getting set up on our website. Every day there is more and more stuff available. There's thousands of wines and spirits you can buy off empirewine.com. We ship wine all over the country, and these are just some of the options for you. Let's see, what do we got first? I got a new vintage of King Estate the Soldier. That is a Cabernet Sauvignon, where on the 2019 vintage will be coming in soon. King Estate, they make wine in Washington, Columbia Valley. We've always carried their Pinot Gris, and it's always done really well. Their Cabernet we started working with a little bit more recently, and I love it. Looks like this vintage got a 91 from Wine Enthusiast, too. Obviously, haven't had a chance to try it because this is brand new, just about to be entered into our system. But for $18.95, 91-point cab out of Columbia Valley, I think it's pretty good value. So this is definitely one you should check out. There will be a link down in the description. Alright, up next, we got a couple new items from Chappellet. Chappellet, for those who don't know, is known for producing some pretty high-end Cabernets, the Chappellet Pritchard Hill definitely being one of the ones toward the top of the list. We do have that available right now. That runs for $281.94 at the moment. And the 2021 Pritchard Hill has crazy good scores, 99 from Decanter, 98 from Dunnick, 98 from Wine Advocate. So that's something to check out if you're in the market for a higher end cab, getting up to that like 300-ish price point. But coming back down a little bit into a price point that I can kind of work with myself, we're looking at Chappellet Napa Valley Merlot. This is the 2021 vintage. This is going to be a brand new wine for us, not something that we've carried before, and not a wine that I've come into contact with in my travels. And that's going to be $54.95. Now, another new to us wine from Chappellet. This is going to be Chappellet Napa Valley Cabernet Franc. Now, the Cab Franc, that's going to run you closer to like $110. Which is something I've kind of come to expect from Cab Francs out of California. You're definitely paying a premium for them. It's a lot less Cab Franc growing in California than, say, the Loire Valley. So you're definitely paying a little bit more for them, but a lot of the times they are worth it. Chappellet, I trust them. They make incredible wines. Definitely one you want to keep on your radar if you're getting up into that $100 price point with your purchases. Another Chappellet wine that's got incredible scores. We got a 97 from Wolford Wong. We have a 96 from Tasting Panel. We have a 95 from Jeb Dunnick, a 95 from Wine Advocate, and the list keeps going. Suckling 94. So another wine from Chappellet that's probably outstanding. Like I said, this is brand new to us, not something I've ever come in contact with, and we're just getting it set up for special order on the website right now. This wine does not look to be super limited, but there's not a ton of it in our market from what I can tell. So if you are interested in it, I would hop on it pretty quickly because it could be gone. Alright, now we have a couple wines from a producer that I am not familiar with at all. This is a producer called Summer Dreams. First wine that I'm looking at here is the Stargazing Pinot Noir. We got 2022 vintage. Looks like this is Sonoma Coast Pinot Noir. So one of those categories that you can never really have enough of. People love their Sonoma Pinot Noir. All right, and it looks like for this wine, we're looking at somewhere around $60 this will be for special order on the website. Another wine with incredible scores. We're getting a lot of this today, I guess. This is a Decanter 96 right at the top of the list, and there are some others there. Now, I don't know anything about this producer, so let's take a look at what the old internet has to say about him. Alright, so it looks like Summer Dreams is a project by Jason Woodbridge, who works on 100 Acre. We do have some of those wines, or at least we have in the past. I think I'm specifically thinking of the Pinot Noir, but look them up on our website. Just type in 100 Acre and you'll see what we have. But this is a new project from him. Looks like started within the last couple years. Looks like he is choosing vineyard sites that are on hillsides and have a pretty serious slope to them. And elevation's playing a factor here too when he's picking. We're looking at 900 to 1900 feet above sea level. And soil content as well has to all be Gold Ridge soil. I don't know much about it, but it says here Gold Ridge soils are rare, fine-grained sandy loam known for excellent drainage and a characteristically light and fluffy texture. So these soils sound like they are perfect for Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, which is what Sonoma Coast is known for. So definitely a new producer for us that you should watch out for. This is available for special order as of 30 seconds from now when I hit the button and make it go live. And looks like plenty of this in our market, but you should still hop on it. When new stuff comes into our market, it can go pretty quickly, especially when you have names like Jason Woodbridge behind him. He knows what he's doing, he's well known, he's made his mark on the wine industry, and he is continuing to do so. And the other wine that we have from Summer Dreams right now is the Golden Hour Pinot Noir. So another Pinot Noir from Summer Dreams getting set up for special order right now. This looks like his step up. This one, if you are interested in purchasing, we're looking at somewhere around 120. So another wine with great scores, Decanter 97 to start off the list, that is available for special order if you're in that $100 plus price point. So if you are looking to try out some new Sonoma Pinot Noirs, Summer Dreams is a great option. All right, next up, it looks like we have a few wines from another producer I'm not familiar with, I don't think. This is Knightsbridge. And Knightsbridge seems to be operating out of course, Knights Valley, California. So you're in Sonoma again. We're staying in Sonoma for this next producer. We're also staying up around that 100 plus price point. Another wine with a great rating right at the top, Wine Enthusiast 94. All right, so that's Knightsbridge Cabernet. Looking at about $120. It is available for special order as of right now, and we have a couple other wines from Knightsbridge that I'm going to get live right now. Let's take a look at what they are. Next one we're opening up is Knightsbridge Haggerty Road Red Blend. This is a 2021 vintage. This blend is also out of Knights Valley, and it is also getting up there closer to 100. We're looking probably around $85 to special order this one. Good ratings on this too. We got a 93 from Suckling, a 93 from Decanter. The two reviews are listing different percentage breakdowns for the blend, but they do list the same grape varietals within the blend. We're looking at Malbec, Merlot, Cab Franc, Petit Verdot, and Cabernet Sauvignon. So a Bordeaux blend out of Knights Valley. And the last of the three new wines from Knightsbridge that I have here is a Sauvignon Blanc called Pont de Chevalier. Despite the name of the cuvée, this is another Knights Valley wine. And we're sticking with the theme of Bordeaux varietals here using Sauvignon Blanc. And so this wine we are looking at somewhere around $50. This will be on the website for. And not only is this wine going to be about $50, this wine is going on our Ship 12 free list. If you don't know about that, the way that works is you can pick any 12 bottles off of that list. You can do all the same. You can do one of 12 different bottles, 6 and 6, 6, 3, 1 and 2, whatever kind of combination you want to do. As long as you're in 12 bottle increments of wines from the Ship 12 free list, that case will ship free no matter where you are in the country. And this Sauvignon Blanc did get some great scores. Surprise, surprise. This is the theme this morning, I guess. We got a Suckling 93, Decanter 92. So, Knightsbridge Sauvignon Blanc, Pont de Chevalier, out of Knights Valley, California. About $50 a bottle. It is going on that Ship 12 free list, so definitely something to take a look at if you're about to place an order and you'd like to get free shipping. Alright, so that's three new Knightsbridge wines, new producer for us, going live on the website for special order right now. Link will be down in the description for all of those as well. Alright, now it looks like we have something Spanish here. This is a producer that we have carried wines from before. We may have some wines available from right now, as a matter of fact. And we're coming down into the everyday price point, in my opinion. This is going to be a sub $15 bottle. I'm looking at Bodegas Ontañón Mediel Tempranillo. Excuse my French or Spanish in this case. So Tempranillo, out of Tempranillo's home in Spain. Bad Tempranillo coming out of Rioja. It is few and far between. I can't even remember the last time I had a Rioja that I didn't like. There is a reason that America drinks so much Rioja. You're looking at the use of new oak like we're used to in our California wines. We're looking at plenty of fruit like we're used to in our California wines. And especially on these younger style Tempranillos coming out of Rioja, this isn't going to have a ton of oak. This isn't going to have a ton of time resting in bottle. This is a 2024, so they could probably label it as a Joven if they wanted to, although I do not see that on the label. But new wine going up for special orders seems to be a young, fresh Tempranillo, which are always fun wines. And again, this bottle's going to be sub $15, so something that would be super easy to buy a few bottles of to try out. Again, check the description out. There will be a link in there. All right. Now, this next one, this is not a new item. This is not going to be a special order item. This is Feudo Montoni Nero d'Avola. So this Nero, they're using indigenous yeasts. They do minimal intervention, just like most of Sicily. Looking at 35-year-old vines, about 600 meters in elevation, and sandy soil. If those things matter to you, there's that information and more in the item description. Go down to the description of this video and you can click on the link and you can read more about Feudo Montoni Nero d'Avola. We do have this new vintage coming in. We're looking at $19.95 a bottle, and if you are somebody that lives nearby and you come into our store, this will be on our shelves shortly once the supplier ships us in the new vintage. If you have never tried a Nero d'Avola or Sicilian wine in general, this is definitely a good jumping off point. This kind of $20 price point, you are getting a varietally correct wine. That's something that does show what Sicily and Nero d'Avola have to offer. And surprise, surprise, another wine that got some good scores. If you're into scores, Suckling 93, Spectator 90. So that is something to take into consideration. All right, another new vintage we're going to be getting in soon. We got Tohu Sauvignon Blanc. This is going to be the 2024 vintage. This is a single-vineyard Sauvignon Blanc out of Marlborough, New Zealand. So capital of the world when it comes to Sauvignon Blanc, right? You got all these giant prolific producers like Matua and Kim Crawford. This is one of the smaller producers making single vineyard wines that are crafted with a little bit more thought behind them. Not that there's anything wrong with those giant producers, but I don't know. I kind of like to support those smaller independent producers. And the last vintage was on our shelf for $13.95. It looks like it will stay the same for this vintage, $13.95 for the 2024 Sauvignon Blanc from Tohu. And once again, if you are someone that lives nearby, you can come on in the store and pick up a bottle of this within a couple days once our supplier ships us in this new vintage. But if you're not someone that lives nearby, hit the link in the description and place an order for it. The next item we're taking a look at a new vintage on is Ramey Fort Ross-Seaview Chardonnay. Ramey is a prolific California producer when it comes to Chardonnay. This is another Sonoma Coast producer. We're doing a lot of Sonoma this morning, I see. And we are moving from the 2022 vintage, which is now out of stock with our supplier, to the 2023 vintage. Last vintage was on the shelf for $42.95. Will be $42.95 on the shelf for this vintage as well. And again, if you're into scores, Suckling 96, Spectator 94, great scores across the board. So this will be on our website to order for shipping or delivery or in-store pickup, or you can walk right in the store, head to our white wine aisle, aisle 3, and you can pull it right off the shelf and head to the registers with it. Now, this next one we're taking a look at is a producer that we are very fond of in our store, and our customers seem to be as well. This next new vintage that'll be coming in is Ampeleia Unlitro, which is a Tuscan wine. You get 1 liter, so more bang for your buck out of this bottle. And we're getting the 2023 vintage in. So it looks like this did take a slight price increase for this new vintage. Last vintage we were on the shelf at $17.95. It will be $18.89 on the shelf. But this wine does qualify for free shipping, so if you want to utilize that Ship 12 free list, this is going to be on there. It will be available, and it is a great wine year after year. So this is a Bowler wine coming in. Bowler has a cult following because they work with a lot of natural producers, and they have some like really nerdy, funky stuff on offer. Unlitro from Ampeleia, while they are a natural producer, they're not quite so far down the rabbit hole. This is an approachable wine that you could bring to a party, bring to your in-laws' house for dinner, whatever you want to do with it. It's food friendly. You get a liter out of it for $18.89 and it ships for free. Not a lot more you could ask for. And again, this is a wine that we carry whenever it is available, and right now it is, so come on into the store and buy it if you're local, or hit the link in the description. We can ship it right to you. As an added bonus, Venice Media did give this vintage a 90. Next producer we're looking at is out of Greece. This is Domaine Sigalas with their Santorini Assyrtiko. This is a white wine. This is an organic practicing producer, which is something you'll find with a lot of Greek producers. It can take years to get certified by the right organizations, and it can cost a lot of money. So a lot of producers in places like Sicily or Greece, who traditionally they aren't doing a whole lot of spraying or intervention with their wines, will choose to forego the certification and just be known as organic practicing producers. So once again, Domaine Sigalas Assyrtiko, you can come right in the store, pick a bottle up out of our Greek section, or place an order on the website. It is available for order. And it looks like for now, that's everything that I have pending that I can approve. So check out all of those wines. There's links for all of them down in the description. If you're interested in free shipping, go to empirewine.com/free. There are so many wines on that list that qualify for free shipping. Things that go from around $10 a bottle all the way up into the hundreds. It is a great option for people that are looking to have wine shipped at really good prices. If you made it this far in the video, thank you very much for watching. I'd appreciate a little like, maybe a comment. Let me know if you want to see more of this. I think this is a really fun way for us to get the word out there of what we have available, and maybe give a little education here and there when I can.